Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a magic review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy, your #1 space to watch reviews of the latest and greatest in magic, right? Nothing obscure here. No deep cuts. We're looking at the tricks that you are seeing currently on social media. I want you to know exactly what you get so that there's no question, so that when you drop your $77, because that's what this costs, you're going to get exactly what you're looking for, right? You want to know what's in the box. You want to know about the video. You're going to know if this can be inspected, if you can carry it in a pocket. Like, I'm going to answer all those questions for you every single time, so that there's no more magic in drawers, right? No more magic in drawers. Buy the tricks you love. Today we're looking at 4 Color Blind from Magic Dream Paris. This is a color matching prediction, right? It has a couple of phases. Cool thing about this trick is they're gonna give you everything you need so that you can do this as close-up or parlor. But at its core, what is the trick? I'm gonna give you a close-up of the back design right here of the billets so that you can see exactly what we're talking about. So you're gonna have 4 of these cards. Now they're blank right now so that you can make your own design. You can make your own anything, which means this is not language restricted at all. And neither is the back, right? You can see on the back that there's lots of different cartoony stuff, and you are going to secretly mark the back, and they're going to show you how. They're even going to give you a pen so that you will always know where your cards are. So you're going to have a 1 through 4 system, okay? You're going to have one that's, and you can make your pictures whatever, but in the explanation they have like a sun and a house, and I think one's a person. Let me look at the front here. And I think one might be the tree, okay? And you're going to have these face down on the table, and you're not going to show the spectators what's on the other side. Also in the trick, you're going to have 4 identical Sharpie markers that have identical caps. Your cap color may vary. You're going to hand these out to a spectator. They're going to shuffle them up and hand them back to you, okay? And in the trick, you're going to explain that you would draw pictures as a child, but because you were colorblind, or you could also say, you know, because we were poor, we didn't have very many crayons, we didn't have very many colors. I was forced to color things, maybe not always the appropriate color, right? So for instance, I might have had a picture of a dog and I made him green, but that was because we couldn't afford brown, right? You could do whatever, whatever explanation you wanted. So you've got 4 spectators, 4 pens, 4 billets. You're going to ask this person over here to point at one of the cards on the table face down and say, which card should I give this to? And they're going to say, you know, Billy Bob Joe. And you say, okay. You slide that card across and you hand them one of the red pens. And you say, which card should I give this to? And he says, her. You say, okay, Susan gets that, and she gets one of the pens. And you say, which card should I give this person to? And you say, Kelly. You say, okay, Kelly gets this card right here, and you get this pen, which means, sir, you get this card and this pen, right? And now you've given away all 4 pens after they were shuffled and given each person a card. And then for the very first time, they're going to turn their card over and see what their picture is. So let's say this person got a picture of the sun. You're going to tell them to uncap their pen and color in their picture without showing anyone, and for them to not be surprised if their pen doesn't match the cap. So for instance, this was blue, which means this person will color in the sun with a blue pen, and everything's supposed to look random. And once everyone's done coloring, you will then open up a prediction of all the pictures. You'll say, see, I predicted a blue sun, I predicted a red house, I predicted a black tree, I predicted a green rainbow, or whatever, a green house, right? And as people turn theirs over, the pen and the picture will match for every person. So let's say you pay $77 to Magic Dream Paris. What are you going to get? You're going to get a stack of billets. You are going to get a stack of billets that thick. So those are all your billets. And of course, you're free to use these until they burn out, right? And then once they do, I mean, you could make your own, right? Or just buy it again. But you'll get a nice big huge stack of billets. You'll also get a thin pen, it's just a thin black pen, right? You could use your own from home to fill in some of these hollowed out pictures so that you can make mark cards. You will also get the 4 Sharpie markers, all different colors, right? All different colors, but with identical caps. And you will also get a 3D printed pen holder that disguises the cap colors. Thus, when they are shuffled and placed back into this, it appears as if everything's totally random. How would you know which pen was which? All right, so is it what I thought? No, not really, because everybody's got their own approach to this. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of electronic, right? A lot of electronic color matches. This is completely offline, right? No batteries, nothing to rewind, nothing to charge. It works. And it does work with a system, and that system is going to be something that's taught to you so that you can learn it, because part of the system is learning how to give the pens out, right? And that's just going to take a little bit of memory work, not math, just a little bit of memory work. But of course, you are free to come up with your own system. You are free to come up with your own marking system. You are free to come up with your own pictures. This trick becomes very organic in your hands. How's the video? The video is about an hour long. It's 2 guys in the MDP studios. They're going to have an unboxing. They're going to do a little bit of history, and then you'll get to see a live performance. The system that the creator uses to remember the Sharpies is very interesting and does not require any marks. There are no marks on these Sharpies at all. Not even like a little dab of color. You are literally going to be reading the pens, but they're not gimmicked, all right? Then he's going to talk to you about how to mark the billets, but again, you are free to come up with your own system. I like his system. And then they're going to walk you through a close-up routine. Now, you don't need the pen holder for this. The pens are freely shuffled and then placed on the table. Then he'll teach you how to do it as a stage routine. This is the classic one with the picture of a man. So you're coloring in the shirts, coloring in the pants, coloring in the, the head, the legs. They'll talk about how to use the pen stand. They'll show you a stage performance so that you can see what this looks like on stage. And then they'll close out talking about dual reality. Pocket space, it's completely up to you, right? More than likely, if you're doing this on stage, you'll have something bigger, obviously. And you wouldn't use the billets. Let's do it this way. You wouldn't use the billets if you were doing it on stage. You would do something else, right? You would still use the pens, but not the billets. But for walk around, you're just really going to have 4 pens and 4 billets. And your prediction. That's all you need. Angles wise, you just don't want to flash the color of the pens too early, right? So you're just going to make sure your caps are clicked on. And you don't want to flash the faces of the billets too early. But at the end, it's completely inspectable. Everybody gets to see everything. So there's no slights, there's no difficulty. There's nothing like that. You're not forcing the billets as they go out. Whoever they say the billet should go to, it's a free choice, but the pen isn't a free choice. The pens are shuffled at the beginning, but the billet and pen go together. So there's no like, oh, well, this pen goes with this person and this billet goes with this person. That's not happening. Setup, you're just gonna reset up 4 new billets, right? Because you need 4 new pictures every single time, which means they can keep their billet as a souvenir at the end of the trick, which, tricks with souvenirs are cool. Positives, it's a fun color match that doesn't use batteries, and it's pretty easy to do. Even if the ink in your pens dry out, you just go buy a new pen, because technically you only need the Sharpie cap is the only thing that's disguising the color. You can go buy a new blue pen when your blue runs out of ink, but probably don't have to worry about that for a while. Negatives, of course, you need 4 spectators. So in close-up, that's not always the case. right? I mean, we do close-up for 1, maybe 2 people, but you need 4 people to do it in this one. There is a choice with the drawings, but like I said, there's no choice with the pens. So a magician might notice that, but a spectator probably won't. We'll all remember that the pens were shuffled, so how would you know which color you were handing out? But if the pens were spread on the table, one would think that you would grab them in order 1 through 4, but you won't. You're going to slide a billet to so-and-so, and then you're going to go to your pens, and you might grab one from the edge, or you might grab one from the middle. The trick for you will be to make it look natural, that you're just grabbing a pen and handing it out. So that means you're going to have to know right away which pen is which and where it is, so that it looks as natural and as fast as possible. $77 is a little high. I could be off on my conversion rate, so double check my conversion. And of course, doesn't conversion rate change? It doesn't stay the same, right? It's not a constant. I don't know. So yeah, for billets and 4 pens and an hour tutorial, it seems a little expensive, right? So you'll have to double check my, if I'm wrong, I'll make a note. But double check when you go to purchase, all right? Big, huge thanks to Magic Dream Paris for allowing me to have this so I can do the review for you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, if you've been enjoying the content here on this channel, I've got something seriously exciting for you. For just $2 a month, that's right, less than a cup of coffee, you can become an official channel member and unlock a treasure trove of exclusive content. As a member, you'll get instant access to over 700 members-only videos. That's right, hundreds of hours of deep dives, behind-the-scene moments, bonus content, and more that you won't find anywhere else. It could be an extra magic review. It could be opening a box and showing you exactly what the gimmick looks like. It could be showing you the markings on a marked deck. There are head-to-head battles where I pit 2 similar tricks together. I'm going to show you my EDC, share my pattern for certain tricks, and I even have magic tutorials. Plus, it gets even better because I drop 2 brand new exclusive videos every single week just for members. That means the content never stops, and neither does the value that you're getting for just $2 a month. It's a simple way to support the channel and return to get more of the content that you already love and appreciate. So go ahead, hit that join button down below, and I'll see you on the inside.